Recording. Okay, great. So today we understand that we have a lot of stress. And how do we conquer the stress is by really strengthening our trust in Hashem. And we're going to a little bit, as I say, my emphasis is not so much anymore on the parasha, but more on the tools we need in this time, which is to lower our stress, to be able to strengthen our feelings of Hashem with us. And I'm just going to make it close, and I'm just going to say here, okay, here we go. So everybody see my screen, right? Hopefully. Good. Okay, so I'm going to just take this. All right, here we are. So we're going to use a very powerful meditation, which a little bit of adaptation. Some of you have learned it before from me, but if not, can be for anybody who hasn't learned from me. But we're going to add new things according to this situation of the Bitachon Bubble, which comes from Rabbi Shalom Tu'umim in his Or HaTorah. And it gives us more strength and trusting Hashem. So we need that because we really want to feel connected to Hashem these days. So a little bit of the parasha, which is that is connected to the situation now, is Toldot of Esav and Yaakov. So there's two aspects, chaos and rectification. So Be'etzam Esav is chaos, which is like Tov Vavo, when before the world was created, his soul, Shorish, his root of his soul comes from Tov Vavo, before anything happens, before Hashem created the world is all a mess and balagan, and the rectification or tikkun. The word tikkun in English is rectification. Tikkun, it sounds more. And actually, it's the Amalek and the Jews. So we have the Romans who became part of Esav Christianity versus Judaism. And although it's not Ishmaelim, or now we're fighting Ishmaelim, but it's a whole world of chaos and the world of rectification that we are now seeing around us. We feel so much chaos, and this is happening and that is happening. The whole world is against it, and this is this and this is. And we see, Baruch Hashem, beautiful things of tikkun, of beautiful Christians who believe in us and all that, and are coming, like the cowboys who came from the Midwest to help us in the agriculture. It's dividing the world into people who want to help Israel and want to see the good versus the people who want to destroy us. And so this time is really a divide between, that's what we would say, before the Gula comes, that we will see the difference between the Klipa and the Kedusha of the world. And the Klipa is the shell versus the Kedusha, which is this beautiful holiness that's in everybody, and we are releasing it to become more evident. So as you mentioned, Rivka, that we see as so quickly how the Jewish neshama, the Jewish divine spark, became released immediately at the beginning of this war, and now we see this unity that's happening, and it gives us hope that we can really do our deed, which is to be holiness. So if anybody has not their muted, please mute yourself so we don't get hear all kinds of things in the background. So Mordecai is the reincarnation, according to the Zohar, of Yaakov, and Haman is the reincarnation of Esav. And in every generation, we have somebody who's like Amalek, who wants to destroy the people. Right now with Khomeini, the Iranians, the government wants to destroy, the Hamas wants to destroy. Their sole meaning of life is to destroy the Kedusha. which is the klipa, the shell wants to destroy the kedusha, the holiness. And in this war, it's all about there are four elements. There is fire, air, water, and earth. So now we're talking about the earth, that we feel so connected to Eretz Yisrael, connected to loving Eretz Yisrael, that we're willing to have Kiddush Hashem, even the soldiers to die for Kiddush Hashem, for the holy Eretz Yisrael, and for Hashem, and for Hashem. As Rav Shlomo Katz said, this is a change over from the 75 years that we have had building our country, building our army, building our economy, and now we're into the Kedusha stage, of the holiness stage, of serving, biyachad linatzeach, and together we will overcome and win the war. But it's also seeing the amazing new energy of the soldiers really connecting to Hashem through their wanting tzitzit, through their wanting tefillin, and that is really the inner spark is becoming. It's the soldiers of Hashem, not only for Eretz Yisrael. So Yitzchak himself did not leave Eretz Yisrael. Hashem, he was so kadosh, he was so holy, that Hashem said, no, you can't go to Egypt, you can't leave, you have to stay in Eretz Yisrael. And his name himself is represents the first letters of Yitzchak's name, who is connection to Eretz Yisrael. So you have the Yud, which is Yitzchak, of Yitzchak, which is Israel, meaning that when he's connected to Eretz Yisrael, he's not leaving Eretz Yisrael, even though no matter what happens, he's still connected. And he redug the wells, and all that is them. He personified going deep into the country, deep into and spreading Abraham's work. And if it wasn't for Yitzchak, we wouldn't have, because it would have died out. But he connected to his role of digging deep in to Eretz Yisrael, digging deep in and making Abraham's work of monotheism, of one Hashem, into this world. Now, the tzaddik is tzvi, and dafka, it's the sign of a lot of things. The Dor Israel, the Israel is the tzvi of going and running and being, but it's also the same gematria as emunah. And we in Israel have to work on our emunah here. And this is what we're talking about today. So how we can strengthen our emunah, how can we strengthen our faith? And that is what our avodah is, that is our work. And chet is chaim, which means life. And we worship life. We have a country and a people that want to save Jews and save the hostages and save our other Jews. And the other side, the Hamas, celebrates death. And they want to kill us, and that for them is the mitzvah of killing Jews or infidels or anybody. And we are the opposite. We celebrate life and bring kadosh, we are a holy nation. So now we're stepping up into our role to be a holy nation as the kedusha, as serving. I always say that when any mother sends in her son to the battlefield, she is like Avram sending her son as an akedah. We feel that we are ready and we are willing for Kiddush Hashem, that we are willing to send our souls to the battle. And my son is on the battle, and he's in the forefront of the battle, and I'm proud of him, and he feels my blessing and my connecting to Hashem that is going to save him. So that's what we are doing today in this work. In this work, we are going to use our ability to connect to Hashem and our trusting Hashem and sending our children, our soldiers, our men into battle And now it is and everywhere, whether it's in the Yuda Shabron or whatever, it's all the same. So, but there is a difference between emunah and bitachon. Okay, bitachon is trust. Emunah is a higher level, emunah is being connected to the higher light, to the universal, and it's a transcendent experience. And the Baal Shem Tov's emunah is emunah is dveikud, is connection, higher connection. And this experience, when we feel and experience Hashem, that everything is good and everything is for the good, and you're being blessed and supported in your life, that you know that Hashem is there, you experience Hashem in your life. And it's that innate knowledge that we have in our soul, that everything is from Hashem and is from Hashem, and everything is Hashem, Ein Mod Vado, that we can access that through the higher level of consciousness, which is a higher level of meditation. And some of us can reach that level of dveikut, and some of us can, but that's okay. Wherever you reach in meditation is fine for your level of neshama now. And we don't have to be who we aren't, but to have at least yishudah, which means to be able to feel calm, connected to our expanded consciousness, and not super consciousness, but expanded consciousness. Now, bitachon means to believe and to trust in the energy of emunah, even though we may not be on the higher levels of super consciousness of whatever dveikut is a very high level of meditation. We trust that energy, that we know we are striving for deep connection to Hashem. We're striving to feel connected to Hashem. And bitachon, our trust, is the test of emunah. So what do I mean by that? What causes a challenge in bitachon and our trust is not the situation that is happening, but your emotional and belief response to the situation. So I'll give you an example. I was saying Tehillim this Shabbat with other women in Geffen, in the Frat, in the Beit Knesset in the afternoon. And afterwards we were talking, and one of the women had her nephew was killed in the first days defending in Otef Azah, in the settlements. And there was the shloshim, all the family got together for the shloshim of the soldier. And the wife said, I want to say Birkat HaGomel. And they all were stunned. What do you mean? That means that she went through, of course. But instead of feeling herself as tragedy, what did she try to say? She connected. She said, I see the good. I see that my husband died, but he had a whole Jewish burial. He wasn't pieces. He was one body, and he was complete. That I have my children safe, and I can thank Hashem. Birkat HaGomel is thanking Hashem from coming out of tragedy, out of suffering. So here you have an example of her. She chose to go into trusting Hashem that it could be worse, and that it was from Hashem. And she, in this example, is so many examples of how Hashem has given his challenges to people, and they overcome and then have trust in Hashem and feel connected to Hashem's goodness, even in this tragedy and suffering that they are. And so we can learn from so many examples now of people we can learn from. And that's what we're supposed to look at nowadays on the media, is examples of people who feel very, very close to Hashem, even in a tragedy. So how do I feel trust and bitachon in chaos? When you are being attacked by negative forces, when you feel this, you all had, 6, 7, 5, high level of stress. Lots of stress is from outside that we internalize in our own self. Okay, so all the battles and all the things, and don't look at news every hour on the hour because it drives you a little bit crazy. I admit some days I'm better at it, some days are less. But when we're attacked by the negative feelings and negative things, how do I feel that? How do I feel trust when I feel I'm bombarded by all the social media and by the news? And how do I connect to Hashem when everything is so stressful, And it's constant stress, and this is going to be, unfortunately, a while. It's not, I hope it'll over tomorrow, but it won't be, but we'll be in the stress for a while. So how do I connect and jump into that trust of Hashem in all this chaos of all this negative forces? So I'm going to teach you the Bitachon Bubble Meditation, when we will see around us like a bubble, a protection, that Hashem is protecting me all the time. And I can flee into this bubble of safety and comfort when we feel we're attacked. So, or we'll give it the idea of that around us, there's a divine space around us. And we can go beyond the time and space by our energy. We are also energy. And we have energy through our hands. And we connect to the universal energy of Hashem. And He is protecting us like an aura beside us, and up and down, and front and back. Now, we did this in Sukkot. We did this when we prayed with our lulav. We attach ourselves to Chesed, which is Avraham on our right, and Gvura, which is Yitzchak on our left side. And we attached to Tiferet, which was front. And then we change to Netzach, which is victory, on top of us. And we connect to waving on the bottom, which is Hod. And then we have inside is David HaMelech, which is inside of our prayers at the center. So there's a divine space we're creating around us. And if we imagine this divine space around us all the time, then we ourselves can show and emanate and send this bitachon and trust, that I send it out to my son all the time, a few times a day, when I remember, and I send it out, this aura of light, aura of a bubble, aura of bitachon and trust in Hashem. And he felt it, and that is our work here tonight, is to really do that. So if you allow yourself to be included in the light of the Creator, there's no creation that can inflict damage on you. We have to believe that we're protected, that nothing can come in. And anything outside that's negative, the stress, the worry, the thing, we're gonna let it outside this bubble. We're gonna let it go. It's gonna go. I don't want to connect to the negative stories and the negative videos and the negative worries. They're outside. And I'm going to be protected and feel safe with trust in Hashem. He knows what He's doing. So far, we can see so many miracles happening, and so many. Of course, war is, of course, hard, and the people are going to die, and the soldiers are going to die, and the hostages are the big issue here. And so we want to be able to feel safe in ourselves and connected to Hashem as much as we can, so we can spread that trust and emunah and send it to our soldiers, to the hostages, to anybody you need. The more that we feel confidence and trust and good energy, then we are going to be a channel of that to other people. And that's what our work is tonight, to do, and to strengthen it. So trust in Hashem is causative. We have ability to cause it and change divine providence. We ourselves can have the day, by our faith, by our emunah, can change hashgacha pratit of divine providence. For example, the story I've told before in this class is of the Brisker Rebbe who was in the Shoah, and he said, he taught his children and his family to say the words Ein Od Milvado, Shema Yisrael, connecting to Hashem, and he was able, through this energy and trust in Hashem and connecting, he was able to walk through Nazi posts. And the whole family got through, but just being connected. So this is caused them not to see his family, and they just walked through. So we can, by our trust in Hashem, can have the power of our prayers and feeling that energy. We can cause changes around the person that is in difficulties and changing. And we have this trusting in ourselves. We have this power through our energy, through our tefillah, for our prayers, that we can do change what was. And I feel that confident that we can do this work. So the Bitachon Bubble Meditation is different steps, and we will do them through order. First, we have to be in Yishuv Dat and Dveikut im Hashem, and then we say, Ribono Shel Olam, Master of the Universe, you created me, you created me. Now, you created me, you created my neshama, you gave me, my parents created my body, and you created my soul. So you know who I am, you know why I am in this world. And you created me, therefore you know me better than I even know myself. And you're creating me right now. You're creating me this moment, through my breath, through my heartbeat, through my organs. You're creating me everything right now. And I only want to connect to you at this moment, Hashem. I only want to connect to you. And I disconnect for anything else, all the stress. I put it aside. All that stress, I put it outside the bubble. I put it outside because I only want to connect like a tzinor, like a tube, a channel of divine light and love. And the basic energy that is what we're connecting to is the love energy. When we connect to the love energy in ourselves and feel it pulsating within us, then we can share it with other people. We can share this love pulsating energy with other people, and they will feel how, when you walk into a room, you will feel people who like you and people who don't like you. And you can see and send, this is the tikkun, the rectification now, is to feel avat chinam, is to feel love, unconditional love for Jews. We don't have to love the whole people on the planet right now. We don't have to love Hamas. We came to finish the job and destroy Amalek. This is the light, this is what we have to do. But we can help bring it quicker. We can bring it with loving our soldiers, loving our family, loving our children, loving other Jew, as you see so powerfully now, that everybody loves, of the Charidim, and loving coming to the soldiers, and all these things that wouldn't have considered 5 weeks ago possible. And that's because the neshama of Yehudit is here to awaken and love each other, and no matter what. And it's so powerful. So we're going to connect to our love energy. We're going to connect to the tzaddikim. We're going to connect to that energy we have innately within our hands, to spread it. And the other person that you feel, your soldier, your family member who's in distress, that you're going to send them loving energy. So this is what we say, Master of the Universe. You are the ultimate. You created me. Hashem knows you and knows what's good. You are giving me life every moment. He's controlling every detail of every moment. And I'm totally and relying on you. I'm rejecting my psychic bond to anything negative, to anything or anyone negative. And there's nothing else, nothing can touch me. I disconnect from my pain. I disconnect from my anxiety. I disconnect, and we have to just, nothing else. I don't want to have anything negative in my bubble here. So every breath and every energy, if you choose me, that I won't exist, in a moment I wouldn't be here. So I connect only to you. And as we know, whoever's been in Israel for years, or when we're in Intifada and we've had to drive and it was difficult and people shooting at us, all that, and Yehuda and Shomron, if it's your time, it's your time. So you have to go on and be bitachon and put in the jacket of bitachon that if it's my time, it's time. And if it's not, I'm just going. So Hashem will take care of me. And that is the bitachon of the Magen David, of facing this world now in this chaos, totally connected to Hashem Yitbarach. So next week we'll do continuing and ascending higher and higher in our Avodat Hashem, ascending Yaakov's ladder. So today we're not going to go up so much, but we're going to be around, okay? And that's what I'm going to do with you today, okay? Any questions so far? Okay, any comments so far? Fine, good. So just, Lauren, if you can, and Hannah Sarah, just, you never know what happens. Just mute yourselves. Maybe have a telephone or something. And yeah. You bench, Gomel. Good, good. Yeah, mute yourself, right. Okay, so I'm going to just, yeah, right. I'm going to make a speaker. Like I'm going to just, like how do I do that? I don't remember. Anyway, I'll do gallery just a second here. And then I'm going to do here, pin, and speaker. Okay. All right, never mind. All right. So I'm going to get yourself comfortable. These days, I'm not doing any movement before so that I can offer this public, so you can share with anybody. So even somebody, male, sees it, it's fine. Okay. I don't want to leave the meeting. I'm going to... Sorry. So now just rub your hands together. Rub your hands together and feel the energy with your hands. This is the Chariot that we have, the energy that's the life force between us. And we're going to just have to, right. Okay, we're going to, this is the meditation for the bubble meditation and strengthening our trust and bitachon and Hashem by connecting to the tziddikim and feeling a aura around us. So we're just going to really, really keep feeling that energy between hands as you just rub them together. And just a little bit apart, put them apart now. And close your eyes and feel like it can be warmth, it can be electricity. And this is the life force that you have. And it can expand and maybe a little bit more as you take a deep breath. As you exhale, bring your hands a little closer. This is going to connect now to the universal pulse of Hashem pulsating like a boom in the world. And we feel that energy through our fingers, through our hands, making it stronger as you feel and hear boom, boom. And it's like the pulse of the world. Inhale, it's the pulse of your breath. Exhale. As you exhale, bring your hands closer. Inhale. And exhale. Place your hands not touching your stomach. We're going to do a breath now, the complete abdominal breath. When you feel, you exhale and you pull your stomach in. Inhale and your Stomach rises like a balloon. And exhale. And you inhale. Your stomach rises just underneath that energy before, underneath your fingers. And exhale. Stomach goes in. Place your hands on your chest, near, not touching your chest. And you feel in inhaling, feeling and opening up your chest. And exhale. Feel up your lungs full of beautiful, white, holy air. And exhale. Inhale. Open your lungs. Now place your hands before your heart. And you're going to do a complete breath of the stomach, chest. Bring it all the way up. And exhale. By breathing deeply, we can manage our stress and be connected to this universal pulse of Hashem. Breathe down, stomach and chest, and let everything go. Feel it vibrate, this breath, through your fingers. And exhale. Inhale, stomach, chest. And exhale. We're going to try a few tricks of the trade by being more conscious. And you can open your eyes and you're just going to look up to the ceiling, not with your head, just your eyes. And we're going to look up to Hashem with our eyes. Now close your eyes and feel the back of your eyeball. And feel your eyes looking up. It helps to connect to our Keter, to our space above us. Just looking up. From where come my eyes, look up, from where comes my help? From Hashem. Just raise our eyes up to Hashem with emunah and trust, faith and trust. Now we're going to feel and bring our shoulders up and back. As we open, just by this simple movement, we're opening our heart. We're going to open our heart. As our chest is open, and we feel our heart opening. And we imagine a column of light to the center column of the Chariot, from Keter over our head, with white light to Da through our throat, all the way to our heart, our Tiferet, and down to the bottom of our spine, above. Our emotion is Tiferet, and the Yud, He, and Vav. And I want you to feel your heart opening with light. And you feel the pulsating of your heart opening and contraction, the pulse of your beat of your heart Feel the pulsating of your heart. As we open our hearts now with love, and we're going to remember a time when we felt love for someone you love. The shining love you feel in your heart for someone. And if you don't now, that you can imagine it now. If you don't have a memory, you can also imagine. Spreading this love to this person in your family or friend. You feel so much love for them. You feel your heart expanding with this love. Where are you? What do you see? What do you hear? And feel this love that you have right now. This expanding greatly, intensify. Feel it, this love with your hand on your heart. So this love connected to your hand. And we're giving the power of this love to each other now. And we're going to flip our hands so they fail out, and you're going to feel sending in this group now. It's beautiful, holy Jewish souls. We feel the love for each other. And we just want to send it out to you, to the other in the group, or anybody in the future who's looking. We're expanding this love from our hearts to each other. We can heal so much with our love. That is the powerful force of healing, for love. And we bring now our hands to our belly, but don't touch them, as we feel Yesod, as we connect to the mothers, Sarah and Rivka. Sarah, who gave so much chesed. We're connecting to Sarah, to our ability to give hospitality and achnasat orchim, and was able to teach the women with her love. Feel blessed by Sarah now. And in this parasha is Rivka, who's a Gibora, who said, no, don't bless Esau, bless Yaakov. And she was able to say no. It was a Gibora through her efforts that Yaakov was blessed first. And we feel the Gibora of Yitzchak and Rivka. We all are asked to be Giborot, Litgaber, to overcome. And now we lift our hands over our head and feel the energy like a bubble around us. We connect with our hands to the Keter, to Hashem, and bring Yivarechecha, Yishmerecha, we bless ourselves. Yer Adonai panav alecha, Sa Adonai panav alecha, Salacha Shalom. As we feel connected, Ribono Shel Olam, Master of the universe. You created me, and you're creating me now. You're creating me in my very breath, and you're creating my organs, and you're giving life to my neshama now. And now I need you to connect only to you now with emunah and bitachon. As I create this bitachon bubble and move your hands as a circle around your whole body and feeling this aura around you, this energy of light around you, protecting you always. And just feel the energy around you, surrounding you like a bubble, protecting you. And I connect only to Hashem, and anything you want outside the bubble, you just push it out, push it out, push it out. As you are safe in your bubble, your Bitachon bubble. We're going to connect now with our right hand to Avram and Sarah as we feel and press our hand to the right side. One hand is on your left, is on your near your heart, and your right hand is pushing out and feeling the right side of you protected by Sarah and by Abraham, their love. And we connect to the holy name, Yud and He and Vav and He, with a special vowel of each sphera. Of Chesed is love. We connect to the love energy, which is Segol of Chesed. Yud Segol, He Segol, Vav Segol, and He Segol. Yud Segol, He Segol, Vav Segol, He Segol. We feel our hand full of love energy. Feel it now. Feel your right hand full of the Chesed. And we take our left hand and push it also out, connecting to being Ruah, to Yitzchak and Rivka, who were able to be restrained and disciplined, to being Ruah, to being strong, courageous. Let us connect to their energy of Ruah. We all are heroes, are soldiers, and we as women are connecting to Yitzchak, beautiful, strong, and Rivka energy. Yud Shva, He Shva, Vav Shva, He Shva, Yud Shva, He Shva, Vav Shva, He Shva. I connect the right with love and left to Bua, feeling that those sides of the aura of my bubble, both sides of me, protected inside. And I take my hands with this energy to the front of my chest, facing outwards, the front of me, Tiferet, which took Yaakov, the emotions of love and strength together, to combine them to be Israel, that part of us in front of us, to be balanced, to be in truth, to be in rachamim, to be compassionate. Be compassionate to yourself now. It is okay to feel fear and anxiety sometimes during the day and see, hello, I see you, and compassionate. Feel it, it's okay. I love me, I can be compassionate. And we feel compassionate for others when we feel compassionate for ourselves. Feel compassion now through your hands. Who in your life needs compassion now? Who can you send compassion? Who needs your compassion? Feel their energy from your fingers, spreading the light and love of Hashem through your fingers. And we raise our hands over our head in Netzach, which is Moshe Rabbeinu, which is B'yachad Nenatzech, they say, they forget. Nenatzech Bezat Hashem, where we connect to that light above us and feel it connect with our hands above us as high as we can, like a channel. We connect to the infinite light of Netzach, of persevering. And the vowels of there is Yud Chirik, Hey Chirik, Vav Chirik, Hey Chirik, like a dot, strong and persevering. The holy light of the Torah, the holy light of Hashem, like Panim al Panim with Moshe. He felt love and he felt Hashem's presence above us. And that is Netzach. We will succeed with Achdut, unity between us. And we push down our hands now to the beneath us, this bubble beneath us. That energy of Hodaya, of Aaron who loved, Aaron who was peace, and also gratitude. I am so grateful for all the nisim in my life. I'm grateful for the gift of life, for my breath. I'm grateful. What are you grateful for now in your life? What are you grateful for now in your life? Yes, and we place our hands on our shoulders facing behind us, feeling that energy behind us too. And with the help of the tzaddikim of Yesod, of Yosef, Yud, Shuruk, He, Shuruk, Vav, Shuruk, He, Shuruk, we connect to the holy tzaddikim. Who are helping us now to learn the Pnimiyut of Torah, of the Zohar, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, of the Baal Shem Tov's Chassidut, of Rabbi Nachman. All the beautiful tzaddikim that are helping us now, feeling the light of love, of Torah, of Kedusha. And we feel it so strongly, our connection to these tzaddikim. And push away anything negative. We just push away by connecting ourselves. Feel yourself connected to your favorite tzaddik now, who will give you help and guidance. And now place your hands again on your heart. Your right chesed over your left, which is David HaMelech, the center of our space. Malchut, which is our prayer. And we now pray for all the soldiers and for all the hostages and all the Jews in Eretz Yisrael, wherever they be, in the north, south, Yehuda Shimon center, for all the Jews in all the world who need our prayers. And now place your hands in front of your heart, sending out love, being a channel of love from your head to your heart, channeling out love and protection and trust. Hashem knows what he's doing. He knows we need this to go through this. We don't understand it now, but Hashem has a plan to bring us to Gula, to bring us to the light. Akola Tova. I have trust. Hashem knows what he's doing. And I'm going to connect to Hashem now and bless every soldier you know. Personally, my own son, Yishai ben Dalia, Gabriel ben Dalia, and any soldier you know, say their name and send out your Bitachon Bubble, your light, your bubble of protection around each soldier. See the Magen David protecting him from his heart, around him like a holy bubble. That no harm will come to him, and he is totally connected to us. Send this now, this beautiful love to all the hostages so they feel your light and love in the light in their darkness. May they come home soon, whole and healthy. And send it to all of Am Yisrael, this beautiful bubble around all Eretz Israel. Now you see it expanding to all of Eretz Israel, full of light and holiness. As you expand and expand. And place your hands on your heart now, and if you have any personal prayer that you want to say to Hashem now, do that now. We slowly, with confidence and trust in Hashem. Adonai Tzvaot, Ashrei Adam Boteach Ba, the Lord of hosts. Happy is the man who trusts in you. Let us say that together 3 times. Adonai Tzvaot, Ashrei Adam Boteach Ba. Adonai Tzvaot, Ashrei Adam Boteach Ba. Adonai Tzvaot, Ashrei Adam Boteach Ba. You are happy and trusting Hashem now. Feel your breath underneath your chest. Let it expand as we come back to our bodies, to our hearts, feeling our energy through our hands as we rub our hands together, place them over our eyes. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay. Oh, I'm going to say thank you to all my students on Zoom, not on Zoom, who's seeing this on YouTube. And I hope to see you next week. Hashem bless you with trust and emunah in Hashem. He knows what he's doing. And we need to know that in our hearts. I'm going to just close the recording and then we